Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello and welcome back. Today we're continuing Hogwarts Legacy. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, and share if you can. Let's go. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Last time we left, we were in Hogwarts. So today we're gonna explore it. So we're gonna see what's going on. Here we go. Find your common room. I need to head to my common room. Sounds as though there are some voices coming from nearby. Perhaps I should follow them. Let's go. Is the game sound good or what? Is the game sound good? Now there is sound. Let's go. If I do Revelio. Let's see. Revelio. Let's exit. Oh.
I suppose some introductions are in order. Well, I suppose... No.
Sebastian, so...
Can I help you? Ah, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Was terrifying.
Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
Indeed. And how did you escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
A blur. You were attacked by a dragon, and you teleported right away. What were you
What
reading?
book were you reading?
A spellbook I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
What do you
Are
mean?
you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Absolutely.
I may have met
Everywhere
kindred
you want to learn
spirits.
everything.
That is a conversation for another time. It was good meeting you. Good luck today.
Let's go. Introduce yourself to Imelda. Honest. I should probably introduce her. However uncomfortable it may be. Ominis Imelda.
If you do that, you'll lose. Trust me.
Imelda Reis. Imelda Reis. Imelda
If
Reis.
you do that, you'll lose. Trust me.
Imelda Reis. Let's go. Now myself. I sound better. I sound much better now. That was crazy, my sound.
Might want to think. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Oh,
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate.
they have telepathy. Not telepathy, psychonesis.
You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. you're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away
If
from the
I've been
first years.
sorted to another.
I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
Will I learn broom riding?
Perhaps Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kogawa ever could. Speaking of
Who's
which,
Kogawa?
I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Fly a lot.
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
You seem to know a lot
Are
about
you a
this
keen wizard
place.
chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Farewell then.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Now to Ominous.
Do you think they're hiding from us? I think I heard one.
Are they talking about fairies?
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting.
Oh, mermaids.
Ah,
He's
based on all the
blind.
chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
I'd much rather have arrived on time and without a dragon attack en route.
I'm sure. How horrible. I can only imagine. Well, it's good to have you in Slytherin. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you.
Oh, so
He
he
was
has.
obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Is the new 5th year
Revelio.
in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Huh? Huh? That's crazy.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially
Yes.
as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
What are we doing now?
OWLs. Yeah.
Owls.
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Oh,
Here you are.
space. So I'm gonna learn spells on my own. Cool trick.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
How did he hide it?
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
Let's see the chest first.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
What's this?
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about
Lumos.
wizarding lore. Do keep up.
No, that's...
Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue?
Revelio.
And see what details the field guide can provide.
Kelpie statue. Guide pages. This statue depicts the Kelpie, a shape-shifting water demon native to Ireland and Great Britain, which usually takes the form of a long-maned horse. The largest Kelpie ever reported is the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland. Oh. You just unlocked a field guide challenge. Your progress towards completing challenges appears here. Field guide challenges are the only way to acquire experience points or XP. What? This is your wizarding level. XP earned from challenges increases your level and power. Your field guide tracks your current challenge progress. Select the challenge menu to continue. Challenges. Field guide page. Collecting your first guide page unlocks a new challenge category. New challenges you unlock throughout your adventure will appear here. Select field guide to continue. I'm excited to 100% it. It will be the first game. Each challenge has tiers. Special rewards unlock at each tier complete, from appearance to critical upgrades. Rewards must be claimed from challenges menu. Come back often to collect rewards you have unlocked. So I'm level 1. This is the map. Hogwarts. What's this? The library. Annex library. Quests. Welcome to Hogwarts. On the first quest, attend first day at Hogwarts. Collections. What else this? It's got another yeah, see. Inventory. What do I have? Nothing. Gear. Handwear. Gloves. No gloves. Gloves. No gloves. Facewear. Nothing. Cloaks and robes. Outfit. Let's see. Let's go.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for
Let's
more
see what's inside of it.
like that.
We are about to
Inside
stray too
and
far
outside
from,
of the castle.
so I can't explore. What's this? Vertigo. Stupefy. Revelio. Lumos. I can unlock new types of magics. Lightning. Fire. This is fire. Fire is lightning magic. It's delusion. So invisible. Slither. That's scary. People with arachnophobia, I don't know how they will continue in Slytherin. Now we will learn a fire spell. Hey, it moved!
timing.
The statue moved.
Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Central Hall. You have discovered a flue flames fast travel point. You can open the map at any time to fast travel to any discovered floor flames. Hogwarts is divided into two main areas. The left side of the map is where the students and professors live, and includes the house, common rooms, and the Great Hall. Select the Grand Staircase. In this view, you can see flue flames available in the green flue flames represent flames you have discovered, including your own house, common room. Gray flue flames reveal the location of the undiscovered flames. The right side of the map is where you will find academic points of interest, including the astronomy tower, library, and greenhouse. So only we will play in Hogwarts. Want to explore the library annex. Professor Weasley has unlocked the Central Hall flue flames for you. Use right analog stick to rotate the map and fast travel to the Central Hall floor flames. Central Hall. Travel. Triangle will protect you from incoming blockable attacks and holding triangle will follow up with a stupefy. Revelio will clearly highlight nearby enemies, interactive elements, and containers, even through walls.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Revelio.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
What's that?
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Can you tell me more about Charms class?
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan.
Can you
He's a
jinx someone?
clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
What exactly is a defense against the dark arts? What exactly is defense against the dark arts?
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors.
Oh,
Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
what's Hogsmeade?
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging
I
by your
hope so.
adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm afraid
I'm
there
sorry,
isn't.
Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And
Sure will.
invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Talk to Professor Fig. Let's see. Gear appearance rewards. Hogwarts regalia. Let's do it.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
That's crazy. That represents main quests. Completing main quests will further the story, unlock new features, and grant XP. Some quests are locked by spell and or level requirements. In these cases, you will need to be the required level and or have the required spell to activate the quest. New spells can be earned by completing professor's assignments or as quest rewards. Track a quest with defense against the dark arts class. The field guide map shows Professor Hecat's class is the lower section of the astronomy wing. I could get lost in this castle. I may need to use the charmed compass in the field guide to help me find a way.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Attend defense class. Charmed compass.
Revelio.
I'm level 1. Quests. Gear appearance. Let's go. So we're gonna learn defense spells. Let's see what we're gonna learn.
Is that all you've got?
Oh, lightning.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
I like
Perhaps you'd be
Levioso.
good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember.
Levioso.
Levioso.
Finally.
A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Levioso!
Cool.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a
Break
surprised
free your
opponent
shields
is a
with
weak
control
opponent.
spells. Like
As
the
Master Pruitt
levitation
so
spell.
artfully helped me
Levioso.
demonstrate. Good. Now, well done.
Levioso!
Good. Well done.
Levioso!
Good. Now, very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Protego! Form.
I know.
Like
This
this.
can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Protego.
Levioso!
Like
I
this.
do enjoy lively dueling.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hagrid. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Thank you.
All right. That's enough spectacle for one
Speak
day.
with
Class is
Sebastian.
dismissed.
Professor Hultman Cat told me to speak with Sebastian about additional dueling practice. You may do. Oh no, I don't want to lose progress. Let's go.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
She's there.
Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was
She's
sheer
right
luck
next
or
to you.
actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower
Look at
entrance.
Brattleby.
If you're interested. Till next time.